Many complex organisms, such as a human being or a maple tree, begin life as a single fertilized egg or single cell. And these cells begin to multiply and grow, and they become these specialized cells. So the cell in a complex, or all the cells in the complex organisms are not all identical. They've been created to perform specific functions such as digesting food, fighting disease, or coordinating the body's movements. So the cells in your body are very, very different from each other, and they all have a specific job. So what we call them are specialized cells, and they have physical and chemical differences that allow each type to perform one job very well. For example, the specialized cells in this photo below help keep dirt out of the lungs. The orange goblet cells secrete mucus, while the hair-like extensions of the cell, called cilia, move the mucus along the trachea to remove inhaled dust and dirt. So here's a picture of some cells whose job it is to just keep dust and dirt out of your lungs. Animal cells show a wide variety of specialization. So here's a picture of red blood cells, and they contain hemoglobin that carries oxygen in the blood. The cells are smooth so that they can easily pass through the blood vessels. And they kind of look like a donut shape, but they're thinner in the middle. There's no hole, but they're small little donut shaped discs that slide very easily. Here's another picture of some specialized cells. These are muscle cells. And muscle cells are basically elongated fibers. They kind of look like they're all stacked. Muscle cells are arranged in bundles called muscle fibers. Muscle cells can contract, which makes the fibers shorten and cause the bones to move. I have a couple more examples, and trust me, there's more than just these 4 types in the body. Another one are fat cells. So fat cells, they kind of look like bunches of grapes to me. They have a large vacuole in which to store fat molecules. This is how the cell stores chemical energy. The next picture here, they're just like kind of long strings, they almost look like to me. They're nerve cells. So when you see these long string-like things, you know that's a nerve cell. So nerve cells are long, thin, have many branches. They conduct electrical impulses to coordinate the body's activities. So again, these weren't all the cells you find in the body, but just some common ones that you might see pictures of. And you should be able to recognize these. So if I show you a picture of something long and stringy, you say that's a nerve cell. If I show you a picture of all these little round, looks like grapes to me, those are fat cells. These little round discs that kind of look donut shaped, we have our red blood cells, and we have the muscle fibers, which are kind of like little layers. Plants also have specialized cells. Plants also have a variety of specialized cells. Cells in the leaf of a tree have different structure and function than from the cells in the trunk. So the first picture we have here, they're storage cells, and they contain special structures that store starch, a source of energy for plants. This next one, you can almost guess what it is because they're like little green things. So photosynthetic cells contain many chloroplasts to collect energy from sunlight to make sugar or glucose for the plant. Down here we have a picture of epidermal cells on the root. Epidermal cells on young roots have these little hairs that absorb water from the soil, and you can see little hairs sticking out. The last one I'm going to show you today, but it's not the only ones, there's lots more. They're called guard cells, okay? And guard cells in the surface of leaves control how much water is going to leave, so it controls the water loss. So both plant and animals have these specialized cells, and they look extremely different from one another. For instance, we do not have these little photosynthetic cells, these little green things that contain the chloroplast.